surround yourself at home, bro. Like, what you can't develop at home? Does the place you live matter? The place you doesn't live doesn't matter, bro. You want to become better, surround yourself with better people.
Yeah.
You know, take people out of your circle that are holding you back. Put yourself into more rooms with people who are doing better than you and learn from them and become better. But you could do that right from where you're at. You don't got to leave your hometown for that.
Mm-hmm.
People like to say, I feel like people like to say that because it's like, okay, well, like, if I leave my hometown, then I'll become successful. It's like it's a means of like, oh, the reason why I'm not where I want to be is because I'm still at home. I got to be here for this. But you could do whatever you want from wherever in the world. People have made it out of Jersey. People have made it out of the worst parts of Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People have made it out of the worst part. People are making content in Africa, bro.
Yeah.
They're lifting weights with fucking rocks and sticks, and they're making a name for themselves. And if they do it for long enough, they'll be able to build a brand from it and probably make some good money. You could do it from anywhere, bro. But people are like, oh, well, I can't leave. I didn't leave my hometown, and I'm stuck here, and I'm surrounded by these people that don't like me. It doesn't matter, bro, because no matter where you're at, support's not just gonna come from your next door neighbor. Like, oh, my friends in my hometown are hating on me, or bro, people are gonna post for people in my own hometown that know what I do, right? They'll post other people's content, help them, support them, like it, comment, and they'll follow you and they'll never show any love. That's what comes with the game, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. Like, it's like you, if you want something, you're gonna make it happen, bro. You don't gotta go nowhere. And I stood on that. I built a brand with people from my community, bro. Like, people that I've known for a while, you know what I'm saying? And like, I built that from the ground up, from where I'm at. And I'm bringing those people that are around me up with me. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's in my circle, I try to bring them up with me. Like, even the guys that train with me are building their own platforms now.
Yeah.
And dropping their own clothes and making their own stuff. And to me, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, okay, yeah, I moved to LA and I collab with a couple big names and I get a little buzz. Where's the longevity in that? What happens when you move out? You know? It's gotta be it's gotta be you, man. It's gotta be you.
Yeah. So I want to ask, how did you first connect with the guys you're training with now? Because one thing I noticed is you guys pretty much all the same. Like, you got that dog mentality. You just want to go after it.
Unc, I've known for a very long time, since I was younger. I used to he lives in the same area. I used to see him at the gym all the time. It's funny. He used to kind of like bully me at the gym, bro. Like, he would come in and he was like, he would walk in the gym and he was like, yo, what's up, pretty boy? And I was always like, I was like, fuck this guy. I would ignore him because what am I going to argue back with him? And he would always make these little comments towards me. And then one day I was just like, oh, the fuck you call him pretty boy, you know?
Yeah.
And then we ended up training. I was like, oh, you think I'm a pretty boy? Fuck around and find out. So we started training and we trained and it was a good session. That was the first time we actually like trained together. And then I was like, yo, we should film this shit. He's like, I don't want to be on your fucking camera. Fuck you and your camera. And I ended up, next time we trained, I just brought the cameraman anyways. I was like, yo, just ignore the camera. Act like it's not there. And then Scala came along. Scala was known Unc since they were younger. And he kind of came along, and I liked his energy a lot. So it kind of became a little group, you know? And now it's where we always train together. It's fucking crazy energy. We always bring other people in, and there's a lot of people that just want to get that environment. So every couple of videos, we'll bring a couple kids in. You know, you want to come? Bring your insurance card and bring your nuts and let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to war. Let's go to work. And it's good, bro. That environment kind of emulates like the competitive, like when I was younger, like I said with the soccer stuff, it was very like that competitive environment when you're in game, when stakes are high, you forget about everything that you got going on in life. All the stresses of, you know, your bills and your relationships and this and that, whatever. You forget about it for at least while you were playing. And I realized when I was going to the gym a lot by myself, in between sets, I'm still thinking about the bullshit because there's not enough pressure. Like, I got to do the set, put the weights down, and then I wait and I do the next set. But in that environment, you don't got time to think, bro. It's like it's high pressure. Everybody's yelling. Everybody's like pushing each other. You're just thinking about how I'm gonna make it through the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dope environment, bro. Everybody's got to experience it. I tell everybody, you got to come. You got to just feel it one time, because once you feel it once, you're like, yo, like you can take your mind sometimes you gotta go dark, bro. Like,
Yeah.
to get some of the stuff that we do done, bro, you're talking about sometimes we're doing 200 rep sets. You know what I'm saying? It's not like basically optimal for like hypertrophy, but it's just like, it's stuff that like, you put yourself in these positions where it's like it's high pressure and nobody's gonna let you stop. Nobody around you is gonna let you stop. So it's either you're getting to the 200 or like, that's it. Like, that's your only option. You're gonna have to finish or you gotta go home. Like, if you're not gonna, bro, there's been times that people came to train and they weren't able to do it and they're like, all right, go. You're not ready. Because if I gotta do it, I'm sitting here and I'm doing it, and me and you are both human, and it's just as painful for me as it is for you. If you're not doing it, it's just because you're quitting. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to a lot of times. So, you get put in these environments, bro, where you really just gotta you gotta callous yourself. It builds you as an individual, bro. Doing things that are just super uncomfortable. Every session is super uncomfortable, bro. Like, I go there, like, I know what it's gonna be, bro. I'm driving there and I'm like, I'm anxious for the section. I'm like, oh, I know what's about to go down, right? And we get to taking the pre-workout and we get to going. And once you're in there, bro, like, I'm not thinking about nothing. Except for, like, how am I going to get through this next 5 minutes? You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I going to get through this next set? Like, oh, I know the weight's about to go up. I know the rep count's about to go up. I know it's about to get real wicked in here. I know the cameras are on and our videos are raw. Yeah. No cuts, no edits. No, like, oh, I didn't finish my set. I could just cut this shit here. And everything's, the YouTube videos are an hour and change, bro. For the most part, it's completely raw. Unless I gotta filter some crazy shit out that, like, can't be on the internet, you know?
Yeah.
But for the most part, they're fully raw. So I'm like, it's basically live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can't talk that shit and not live it. I gotta do this now. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. So do you feel that constant pressure to outdo yourself all the time?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. It's good and bad, man. And that's life as a man, bro. That's life. That's the pressures of being a man. It's like, you know, you never feel like you're really good enough. You never feel like it's good enough. You could do great, and you'll never feel like it's enough. You'll never feel like, I made it. You know, I'm grateful. I practice gratitude all the time. Something that, and then especially this new year, I told myself, like, I need to practice more gratitude because, like, I used to pray for a lot of the things that I have now. I used to pray for a lot of the freedom that I have in life now, especially, like, I remember waking up, going to work every single day and being miserable. And, like, I used to pray, like, real life, ask God, like, yo, please, like, allow my work. I don't ever turn to God and ask for favors. I don't ever turn to God and, like, make this happen for me. I'm like, I pray that my work that I'm willing to do right now is rewarded in a way that I could find some freedom in my life. That freedom, now that I don't have to go to work, it allows me to spend my mornings with my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I'm working from home and my mom's home, at least I get to spend time around her. You know what I'm saying? It gives me the freedom to choose what I'm going to do with my time. Now, obviously, I still got to work with it, right? Because the money doesn't make itself and the business doesn't keep building itself. And like I said, like, if you don't, like, every day you got to remind, even with the social media stuff, bro. Like, you'll see people every day. You got to remind the world, bro, because there's so much content out there that, like, if you're not showing up in their face every day, people are going to forget about you. Yeah. And you got to be entertaining enough or motivating enough, or the content has to be quality enough where every single day you're reminding them, this is who I am. You know, this is who I am, and or this is the message I want to give out. And it's pressure, bro. It's always pressure, but pressure's good, bro. Pressure makes diamonds, dude. I operate. Pressure is a blessing, bro, is what I like to tell people. You know, when people get super stressed out and like, yo, I got this to do, I got this to do. I'm like, yo, that's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing to be able to, like, you have something to work for. You know what I'm saying? At least you're going somewhere. If you don't have that pressure, then you're just living life on easy mode, bro. That's why you see a lot of, like, rich kids, like, I mean, like, very, very highly successful people when they have kids and the kids are born with a lot of money. Yeah. A lot of them will be depressed, bro. Just depressed and sad. Why? Because it's like when you have everything at your fingertips already, your trust fund's built out. You don't ever got to worry about making a dollar because it's already all been made for you. What do you have to work for? Yeah. Well, it's like, what am I chasing? I already have it all. So it's good. It's a blessing to have something to chase, bro. It's a blessing a lot of times to be able to, like, build the life that you want and not be, like, given everything, bro. Yeah. It's a shitty deck of cards makes a man. You know, they say hard times create strong men. easy times create weak men. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take the hard times 10 times out of 10, bro, because it's like I want to be able to be strong. Even when I have kids, no matter how successful I am, I'm gonna let them taste struggle a little bit. I'm not gonna just, you know what I mean? I won't even want them to know how much money I'm making. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I want you to struggle the same way that I struggle. Not to the point where you can't have nice things, but to the point where you need to understand the value of $1. You need to understand the value of work. That struggle is what builds you, man. It's what makes you it makes you who you are. If you're born with it, nothing to work for.
When it's all said and done, how do you want to be remembered?
Phenomenal question. I want to give you a good answer.
Yeah.
Somebody who never took no for an answer. That's how I want to be remembered, as somebody who never took no for an answer, and I want to be remembered as somebody who served God every day. Because I try to, bro. I don't ever. I'll never. It's very easy nowadays to sell your soul for some money, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To like do some things that are out of your norm or out of your normal values or what you believe in.
We see it all
to make some money. You know what I mean? I just want to be remembered as somebody who never took no for an answer. Somebody who, despite circumstances, despite conditions, despite where they grew up, despite how much money they grew up with, despite the conditions that they lived in, never took no for an answer and always just chased after something that they wanted. You know what I mean? That's why I built TTD, bro. That's what this is all about. Is like, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter your skin color, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter how much money you grew up with, it doesn't matter who you have in your circle, it doesn't matter if you had it all or had nothing. You know what I mean? Like, if you operate with a TTD mindset, which is a till the death mentality, where it's like, I'm going to give this every single thing that I had, even if it meant giving it my last breath, then the world is at your fingertips, bro. I like to tell people, sometimes people are like, yo, like, I want to get this. Anything. You name anything. I want to get a 6-pack, or I want to get this car. You already have the car. You already have the 6-pack. You just have to do it now. You know, you already have it. If like anything you want, bro, it's anybody, bro, anybody can make anything happen. It's impossible to lose when you just don't quit. Like, if you go at something for long enough, it's impossible to lose, bro. It doesn't matter. This podcast, if you want this podcast to be the biggest podcast in the world, it's already yours.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, okay, I have to go do it. And what the steps it takes to do that, obviously you're going to have to figure that out. It takes work. Recording the episode takes work. Editing the episodes takes work. Getting people to clip it up takes work. But if you're willing to do everything, you're doing everything that you can. You're saying, I want to do everything in my power to get something. It's already yours, bro. That's why I'm here right now. That's why I have the things that I had, because I already believed it was mine. I was like, I just have to do it now. I have to go get it. I have to find a way. And it's always a series of finding a way to make stuff happen.
So what would your advice be to somebody sitting at home, let's say a young 17-year-old boy who wants to go after it and get it, and he feels stuck? We were talking about it earlier. There's people like sitting at home scrolling through TikTok, and they get that anxious feeling in their stomach, and they just don't know where to go in life. Like, what would your advice be if they want to start content creation, let's say?
My best advice, bro, would be like, put your boots on and get in the field, bro. Like, put your boots on and get in the field. That's like you could sit here and we could talk about all day about how much you want something. Me and you could sit here and talk about multi-million-dollar cars all day, or we could talk about properties on the beach, or we could talk about being this or being that. You could talk about it all day, bro. So there's this thing that happens with people, right? When they say they want something. You know, say like, I want to achieve this, right? And you talk about what it's going to take to get there and what it's going to feel like when you have it, and you envision it, right? You envision like I envision having a beach house and being with my mother, and the wind's blowing, and I could feel the air, and I could smell the Christmas, and the Christmas of the air, and you feel the success, right? You could envision that all day, right? And people get motivated by that, and that gives them a dopamine rush, or they'll talk about it to their friends. I want to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And that gives you a dopamine rush of like feeling like you already did it, because you could kind of feel what that's going to feel like. And my best advice, bro, is just put your fucking boots on and get in the field. Just do it, bro. Just take a step. Like, Stop caring what other people think about you. Nobody's opinions is ever going to pay your bills. Nobody's opinions is ever going to do anything for you. Stop caring what people think. Make a goal, have a goal or a dream. Write down what it takes to get there and then do it and act. Okay? You're not going to have all the answers right now. Nobody has it all figured out. Not a single person, no matter where you look, nobody has it all figured out. But every single day, I'm figuring it out. Every single day, I'm taking steps to figure it out. So how can I become better? How can I do this? What steps can I take today to make me better? You're a 17-year-old kid and you're sitting in your room and content creation is what you want to do, for example. Just fucking start, bro. Just start. And the number one thing that holds everybody back is their fear of what other people are going to think about them. I was fucking cringe. I was corny. I was embarrassing. All the way until I learned how to make money from this shit and start making a life for myself and start doing what I want to do and start doing it confidently and moving with confidence before it became cool.
Yeah.
Rappers, when they're trying to come up, everything they're doing, look at this guy, SoundCloud rapper, corny, shit ass, shit, you not making it out, shit ass, and then they make it. Not everybody's supporting them, bro. And that's what it is, bro, but people are so scared of, so scared of whatever everybody's going to think about them, what everybody's going to say about them. I just don't care, bro. Like, I took a lot for me not to care. It took a lot of learning for me how not to care. Like, I had to go through a lot of, like, self-reflection. I used to read comments a lot. I used to overanalyze comments a lot. I used to read into them and fucking believe the shit I was reading. And then I realized that none of it even matters, bro. Nothing, like, nobody's opinion of you matters. Everybody has their own life, bro. Just do it, dude. Just do it. Just do it. Stop. Like, you cannot... if you care what people think, bro, if you take a second to care what people think, this isn't the game for you.
Yeah.
No, there's actually no game for you if you care what other people think. People have ridiculous ideas all the time that people think are ridiculous, and if they say them out loud, people are going to say they're ridiculous, but then they put them into practice, and they become revolutionary. You know what I mean? So, if you're 17, bro, put your fucking boots on and do what you got to do. Stop viewing yourself like a little kid. Live like the person you want to become. Stop looking at yourself like a 17-year-old kid. Oh, I'm 17, I have time. Or, oh, I'm 17, I still have time to figure this out. I'm gonna, no, bro. I already envision myself as the person I want to become, and I know how that person dresses, and I know how that person walks, and I know how he speaks, and I know how he operates.